Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Christopher, ya boy. I'm gonna watch this video that looks kind of interesting. Influencers are going broke to look rich. Let's check it out. Let's see what's going on here.
Money, welcome back. Ooh, morning, welcome back. Sorry, I was hoping some of the money
I have this on, what is it, 1.5 speed? Or I will in a second. Just to make it go a little faster.
Taxes came back to me. They keep asking for more like I didn't pay them last month. What are they trying to be here? Netflix? So, when was the last time you showed people you were doing okay in life? And we're not talking about your mental well-being or your cholesterol levels from your health checkup. Boo, that's boring talk. What are the vibes you give off based on your material possessions? Because that's all we care about best. Ravenous, short-form content addicts. The thing is, when Emily Blunt asks if you're wearing the
Chanel boots? Yeah, I am.
a lot of us are probably saying, no, I'm wearing Chantel's boots. When you're successful, earning a livable wage to afford basic necessities, that's some nice things. Flaunting your wealth from time to time isn't a huge cause for concern. That's literally...
So this isn't everybody, right? But like, I'll just assume he's specifically talking about the influencers who do this, right? Because it's not all influencers, it's not all YouTubers, it's not all Instagrammers, whatever. But it is a lot of people, I would say. How many people? What percentage of influencers? I don't know. 25%, 20, 10%. There's a lot. So could be quite a few, to be honest, because this is kind of a thing where it's like, when you make yourself look good in front of people, you potentially get popularity, right? That's kind of just a thing that happens. So I would assume it's a lot.
We've been conditioned to do work, buy things, and show it off to people we find annoying. We want to show everyone we're Mr. Krabs, but in this economy, we relate more to Squidward.
I'm all out of money!
Well, you could just lie and make something up. The deception and charisma built for influencers is a pretty popular one. Once you start scrolling on any social media app, you're bound to come across an influencer that seemingly has a better life than you.
I know some people, I'm not going to name names, but I know some people who who shall we say are the type of influencer that wants to like showcase a perfect life or a great, everything's nice and stuff. And to me it's just like what would you call it? It's not necessarily a deception. It's just like I know that like they're showing they're manicuring their life to show people the best parts of their life. They're producing their life. That's probably a good way of putting it. They're producing their life in a way online to show you a specific way that they want a life to look to you. That's not necessarily their life, but it's a produced life. It's not even their life necessarily. It could be. Some people might get close to like what they're actually showing with like how nice their life is or whatever. But I think for a lot of them, it's like they're producing this second life that is their show for you online.
I've already accepted the fact we all live different lives. You wake up at the crack of dawn to work out with your green juice, spin class, rise and grind, property owner mindset. I'm waking up at 5 a.m. to use the bathroom in the dark and then going back to sleep. And there is a shortage of...
Again, yeah, like all that is they're just producing. They're like creating videos for people to watch that are like nice videos, right? So unless they're actually saying this is my life straight up, and it's like this nice all the time, if they're straight up saying that, then I know that they're not really putting the wool, is that how you say it, put the wool over my eyes?
The never-ending supply of online content. We're all playing the game of, is this thing I saw on the internet real or fake? Put a finger down if you've ever been a Facebook mom that accidentally spread misinformation. Well, can't really blame you. Here's a funny thing influencers are doing, where they like to show off their wealth online. But is that really all there is to it? I was shocked when I saw a TikTok about the sport pickleball. That made me go, ah! And it wasn't from the unsettling Ellen jump scare back in 2023. I'm not sure what the concept is for this look, but this is randomized
I never understood pants that sag. It just looks so bad on anybody. Like where they specifically make them to give like room, like a lower, what do you call that? Lowered, like a crotch that drop crotch. And I don't know. It looks horrible.
Pickleball is like a form of ping pong tennis badminton that went through a transmutation circle. And who knew that such a normal sounding sport could be so expensive?
By far the most expensive.
Pickleball. Okay, I don't know why it's so expensive. They shouldn't be. Pickleball has like I guess exploded in recent years, become super popular to the point where like many companies, like tennis courts are being converted to pickleball courts.
And consuming hobby I've picked up recently is pickleball. I have probably spent more than $15,000, $25,000 on this hobby, and I just started playing 10 months ago.
Is that from the rentals of the courts? I'm guessing. But what?
Sorry, I just had to check my bank account to make sure I wasn't robbed. I played pickleball before, and I swear it was only like 1/1000th of what this lady spent. Are we paying for pickleball using Monopoly money? I didn't know you could do that.
Well, so like, yeah, so like, what, you pay to rent the court or whatever, right? Maybe, so, or like you get a membership. So maybe she's just been doing it for so long and so often that maybe she's paid that much. And like, did she say how many years? No.
Maybe I should bring a stack to the grocery store because I'm trying to keep me and my dog fed. You know the feeling of wanting more pets to take care of, except conventional restrictions makes it so you can't.
I like whatever this is. I kind of like that little dog in a computer. I'm gonna have to look that up and see what that is.
Well, you could have your very own legion of mythical creatures. Thanks to our sponsor, Dragon City.
Oh.
In real life, you can realistically only have a handful of pets. In Dragon City, you can collect and evolve over 1,000 dragons, each with their own special powers and designs.
Look, it's got a
if you've ever
QR
had
code.
that super specific niche thought of, what if my favorite YouTuber was in a cool game filled with enchanting quests, ancient legend design,
All right,
and
anyway.
leaderboards during 15,000 for the span of 10 months, picking up a new sport. Not to be a professional or anything, but a simple hobby you do for fun, like opening and closing the fridge door.
I mean, it does look fun. It's like, look, tennis has kind of like a high bar of entry, or you could just play pickleball, which is easier and like requires less skill to start, I imagine, because I believe it's like the ball moves slower and stuff, and so I don't know. It looks like fun.
In public. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think pickleball was ever considered the golf of racket sports. Before it became mainstream, it was a toned-down version of tennis that people in their retirement age would play. Even on the higher end of starting pickleball, lessons, membership fees, your equipment, it would only cost you like 4 digits tops, not a down payment on a house. Where's the money going? Is she eating the ball after every game? You don't have to eat those, girl.
You say 4 digits? What costs so much in pickleball?
We have pickles at home.
There's the overpriced Aloe outfits, the $250 paddles, the private lessons with pros, the club membership fees, and most importantly,
Okay, well, yeah, I guess if you want to be that serious about it, then okay.
there's the loss of income. Because I most recently took off a month from work just to move to California and improve my pickleball game, as if I was a retired snowbird at 36. But it really
Okay, well, that's dumb. So she's saying she included the fact that she stopped working for X amount of months. Okay, so that was dumb. It didn't cost her that much.
did pay off. I won my first singles tournament in San Diego, and I probably have amassed 50 new friends from the sport. I have zero regrets, but I may be broke soon.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Wait. Huh? Unless you're living in Antarctica, was there not affordable pickleball where you lived? As a fun game, let's reevaluate our choices. Aloe is an athletic apparel brand that makes high-quality workout clothes, hence the brand name pricing, where a 2-item outfit will cost you between $300 to $500. The last time I checked, you can show up to pickleball in your high school gym clothes and equipment you ordered on Amazon the night before. Unless someone held her hostage until she became an Aloe brand ambassador, we could have saved some money on the clothing choices. But you can kind of assume what type of lifestyle she lives, or the one she wants to portray based on what she posts. Maybe this is how people in higher tax brackets or who work in corporate think. The average person usually doesn't calculate the time they spent on their hobbies as lost income, and then say they spent $20,000 picking up knitting. If that were the
Right. She was just framing it in a way that was shocking, right? I spent $25,000, but actually most of that was just I quit my job and that's what I would have made. So yeah, she was just framing it to like get views, right? That makes sense. It's marketing, I guess. I think it's stupid because it's deceptive and it doesn't make me want to watch her content, but it's kind of like a, what would you call that? You know, back in the day, the thumbnails that were like, what do you call it? Clickbait, yeah. It's clickbait. But yeah, spending hundreds of dollars on like Aloe outfits and stuff, whatever. Like, if you got the money, I don't care. But if she was just doing it to look good, I mean, you want to look good if you're like doing something like, first of all, social media for something. Like if she's promoting her lifestyle as a pickleball pro, I guess. Then, you know, I could see how you would want to wear a nice apparel. But at the same time, you can also be humbler than that. I mean, you can. It's just like sometimes people don't allow themselves to because of vanity probably a lot of times.
6 figures a month would never do anything because their time is worth so much. Maybe she can sell her Aloe clothes on Depop if she runs out of money, like she said. This gives off the same energy as...
I don't think she's going to be broke soon. If she really was, I think, again, that was just like for the video, saying that I think I'm going to be broke soon. Pretty sure that was just for the video.
That guy on Twitter who needed some help budgeting his expenses. Someone who is good at economy, please help me budget this. My family is dying. Spend less on candles. Is pickleball actually fading away? If you ask me, it seems like a very preventable problem.
Obviously, that's a joke.
Of the title, but it did get people talking and drive up her engagement. Hey, if I could take a month off work to get really good at tennis that it causes a dinosaur extinction, I'd quit my job too. When your online brand is based on your image and how you appear to others, of course you're going to sprinkle some seasoning on your content to make it spicy.
Yeah.
not straight up lie, but maybe exaggerate a little and only show the good parts. Flex culture in Asia, unsurprisingly, is really common. It's not unusual to see people spending their entire paychecks on luxury goods to appear well off, when behind the scenes, you're eating paper-thin slices of bread and your mansion is actually a green screen from Wish.
Yeah, so that's a problem, right? That's not good. So,
Hey, at least you have a Chanel fire extinguisher in your basement. You can scare off the fire by showing them the receipt. Wearing brand name fashion is one of the easiest ways to show off your wealth. You ever been to college before? The experience of seeing foreign exchange students in the wild in their decked out Balenciaga off-white.
dang, I gotta get me an outfit like that, though. I'm not tall and slanky, but nor do I have hair. But if I do like a hat, I could work that outfit. Kind of like it.
White drip during a 7 a.m. lecture is a universal one.
Givenchy jacket and it's a Balenciaga pants. Yes.
Crazy Rich Asians?
Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Cartier, Dior, Prada, Versace, Naruto Uzumaki.
Lori, Shelly, Aaliyah, Rose.
These are brand names you'll hear when you see rich influencers showing off their tiny purse haul from the day before. Who needs groceries when you can eat your clothes with your eyes?
These are my ladies. This is Joe. This is my lady Amy. Little Susie. Brianna. You know why we call it Rihanna, right?
너의 배, 너의 배, 너의 배, 너의 배, 너의 배. Yay!
For people who don't know, they just showed someone's yearly salary in the span of 15 seconds. The beauty standards in Asia are on a whole other level. And
A virtue. Oh, so it's a virtue in South Korea to flaunt your wealth.
so is everything else that's tied with
Appearance and financial success can resonate more with consumers in South Korea than most other countries. Okay.
your appearance. Yeah, looks maxing is pretty crazy in North America, but that's for regular mortals. Asian looks maxing is on God mode. In East Asia, your financial success and your attractiveness are like this. It's a very homogenous society where you're expected to fit in. When everyone's got the latest luxury water bottle from Hermes,
So they really take what do you call it? Faking it till you making it. Faking it till you're making it. Really serious. In what is that? South Korea.
and you show up with your Dasani, you become a target and face getting ostracized. Lots of young millennials, Gen Z, even middle schoolers are familiar with expensive brands.
Yeah, see, I would never be able to do this. I would be like the poorest of the poor in South Korea because I do not care about brand names like hardly at all. Only if I know like it's because the brand name has quality products. But other than that, like, yeah. So, sucks, I guess. Like, I don't care about any of this crap. I would not make a very good South Korean.
And what wearing them implies. There was even a case a few months ago when Stanley cups were flying off the shelves like toilet paper. A kid got bullied at school for having a
Yeah, and like anything that's like popular trends, I'm like, please end me. So like the whole Stanley thing, I'm like, they're so ugly. Like the shape of them looks like, the handle looks horrible, like ugly. It's so big and ungainly. It's like a big rectangle on the side of the cup, and then they're huge. And then they got like the bottom part, which is smaller, of course, to fit in your cup holder. But aesthetically, they're not good looking. Like, and then they try to make them all these different colors to make them look more girly and pink and white and whatever. But it's like this big, giant rectangular shape. So, yeah, aesthetically, they're not that great. The logo does not really correspond to the cuteness of the look that they're trying to go for with all the different like cute colors and stuff. Yeah, like I don't know.
Walmart brand cup instead of a Stanley cup.
This is a cup that we got our daughter for Christmas. This is not a Stanley. This is a $9.98 Walmart cup that she said she thought was cute. She is 9 years old. On the second day back to school after Christmas break, she comes home. She's not crying. She's just upset. The girls, all the other girls in her grade, I'm not saying all, maybe she said 9 or 10 of them, all got Stanleys for Christmas. And they made sure to let her know that this is not a real Stanley, that this is fake and it's not as cool. So she comes home. She's upset. She asks if she can have a real Stanley. Do I think that a 9-year-old needs a Stanley? No. Do I have one? Yes, I have one. If you're a mom, if you're a parent, if you can do something to keep your child from getting made fun of, to help fit in, you're gonna do it. So we went and bought her a 30-ounce Stanley.
Because as a
I was gonna ask, so what is the solution there? Is the solution to so the underlying factors there, right, are like, first of all, like, yeah, I can understand if you're in like a community and everybody else is doing something, it's going to influence you to want to do that too, or else you're going to be like the outsider. People are going to make fun of you and stuff. But first of all, I don't even think like school is that great for like, it's not necessarily beneficial for kids to go to school with a bunch of other people in the first place. Like you want to have control over the situation and teach them how to deal with different situations, not just throw them into the lion's den. So that's first of all. But then, what is the underlying like problem there? The underlying problem is not she doesn't have the Stanley Cup and everyone else does, and so that she's gonna make fun of. Therefore, you should get her a Stanley Cup. That's not the solution. The solution is make her confident in herself, right? Make her more confident in herself. Be like, look, use this as a learning opportunity. You don't have to be like all these other chicks. You can be your own person. You can have fun with the things that you like, that you enjoy. You can not buy the expensive stuff to feel good about yourself, right? Like, why are you buying this expensive thing to feel good about yourself? Does that mean that you're using external factors for your own confidence? Is that healthy? So, like, so stupid. So that is not a good solution. That's a solution to the problem of she's getting made fun of. That is not a solution to the problem of everything else, basically. Like, of not having the confidence or everything I just explained.
This peer pressure to fit in and be successful in all aspects of your life, paired with everyone's addiction to social media, we're now turning to faking a desirable lifestyle. The beautiful, rich influencers, known for their expensive tastes, might just be cosplaying to build an audience. They're not showing all the beauty procedures they've gotten, or the loan sharks knocking on their door. Did you know you can loan out luxury bags instead of buying them at full price? Pay a fraction of the cost, make a little TikTok, take it.
I'm not against that. I mean, borrowing or renting for good photos and stuff. Not necessarily against that. I think there's something. Okay, I'm not necessarily against that. If you're trying to imply that you have all this money and that you have all these products that cost a lot, then that's one thing. I don't like that. But if you're just for photos, because I kind of do that here and there too. I go and I like buy clothing specifically for photos and stuff. But yeah, I don't know if I necessarily have a problem with that.
Cute Instagram, wear it while playing Genshin on Twitch, then return it
I mean, if you're like specifically, I don't know.
the next day. It's actually a pretty good business model. The only problem is, how often are you seeing influencers who built their audience by being rich say,
Yeah, I rented this bag like a movie from Blockbusters.
Here's a little tea on what some influencers don't want to tell you. So get a nice box like this, and then you do your little unboxing. But most of the time, these bags are loaned. So you get to loan it for a period of time for photos and videos,
Yeah.
but you have to give it back. And there are some circumstances where there'll be trades, and you get to keep the bag for posts and whatnot like that. So I'm not saying every time, but loaning this from Forward is Prada I'm loaning, and this
But like the thing is like, my thing is like, I don't care about the name brand. So like, people will do this with Prada and Saint Laurent and all this stuff to show off their fancy $700, $2,000 bags or whatever. I do it just to look good. So like, I'll buy outfits or whatever, because I don't have, because I have like t-shirts and like cut off jeans. So I need additional outfits so I can look half presentable. I don't do it to like show, to be gaudy, I guess, or to look vain. I don't think.
Gucci from
So I think there's a
when you
difference
see
there.
someone with a new luxury bag every month, just know they might be swapping out their old Prada bag for a new one, like a WWE tag team match. Flying comfortably in the air is a luxury only reserved for the wealthy. You've probably seen the memes, the millionaires who take their private jet from their house to their private jet garage, or from the stands to the football field to congratulate their boyfriend. Being crammed into economy basic on a 300 capacity flight with 400 people on it, poor people things. If you can't afford first class or your own charter plane, I guess you could go down the Blockbusters purse route and rent your own private jet. And not even an actual jet, because those are still thousands of dollars per hour. You can get yourself a fake private jet set that's supposed to mimic the real thing at $100 an hour. The standard for being a successful influencer is showcasing sensational lifestyle that you can attain if you buy this course.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. Like, again, it all depends on how you're displaying it. If you're showing it as like, oh, I actually am in a jet, I want you to see how, you know, luxurious I am. It's all about, are you being deceptive or not? Or if you're going, and if you actually said, hey, you know, I'm renting this out in your caption to take a nice picture because I wanted to, that's something different. But like, people don't want that. They want people to perceive them as being nicer than they really are.
Of course.
My name is Wally Hughes, and I rent out a fake private jet for influencers to take pictures in.
Yo, what's up, IG Live fam?
Man, I need to do that.
30,000 feet up today.
Do you want your followers to think that you're successful? Or do you want them to think that you're with the peasants in economy?
So that's lying, right? Like that guy, if that's what he's doing, if he's renting it out for that video, then he's just a grifter that's just lying, and he shouldn't be taken seriously. And nobody should give him your money.
I'm on the phone with my Bitcoin advisor here. I'm also in a Zoom meeting.
Okay, but maybe he's a joke. Maybe he's joking though. A Bitcoin advisor.
Business for kids that want to learn how to trade baseball. Thanks to Wally and the entire team, my followers will never know that I actually get a direct deposit from my father the first of every month.
It's a lot of work to build.
Okay, wait.
Entire team, my followers will never know that I actually get a direct deposit from my father the first of every month.
It's a lot of work.
The dream is free. The hustle sold separately. Unknown. So I don't know if he's joking or not here.
To build an audience.
Was the 16 live viewers and 18 likes worth it? Not to view shame, but internet users are so savvy, they can smell when authenticity is faked.
Be my home for the next 12 hours. Cockpit selfie. So I wanted my followers to think that I only fly private. Thanks to Wally and the team, Spirit Airlines is a thing of the past. Paris, here we come.
Oh wait, I'm realizing this is a skit? Oh god, I really am a Facebook mom. Well, they did a good job.
Yeah, so that's how I was thinking the previous one looked like it might have been a skit too.
I was convinced. There are actually businesses that will build sets like this for anyone that needs a private jet photo shoot.
But hey, I mean, like, again, I'm not necessarily against this. It just depends on how you put it out there.
With your choice of paper backdrops and worn out yellow couch in the background. There have been times when self-claimed financial experts have been called out for making TikToks looking like they fly private all the time, when in reality, a pilot noticed that specific plane hasn't flown since February and they were only renting it for photo shoots. Even celebrities have fallen victim to the deduction skills of internet Phoenix Wrights. Can't forget the time when the rapper Bow Wow.
Yeah, fake gurus suck. So like, they should all lose all their money and then go broke, in my opinion.
Posted a picture of himself about to board his private jet when he actually just jacked a picture from a car dealership and got caught flying in economy with everyone else. At least Photoshop the picture a little or wear a Scooby-Doo disguise. If his outfit could fool an entire flight staff into thinking a dog was a person, no one would bat an eye at your fake private jet flex. Even events that are known to be celebrity and influencer hotspots like Coachella, there's a lot of catfishing going on. I didn't know this, but apparently a lot of them don't even attend the concert. Looking at the logistics, it's a very expensive event to attend. The tickets, flights, hotel, and food, you're spending at least a couple grand for the weekend.
Okay, I haven't personally seen anyone talk about this, but I think it's hilarious and I have to share it because it's Coachella. Coachella's like the influencer Olympics, right? It's the place to be. But most influencers, or a lot of influencers, don't even go to Coachella. And I think that this is such a wild fact. They'll go out to the desert, get like an Airbnb, stay with someone, get their outfits, get their hair, get their makeup, post up Coachella day 1, Coachella day 2, and they don't go to the festival. They don't have wristbands. They just drive their little butts out to the desert, take Instagram photos, make TikToks, get ready with memes, whatever, and then they drive back. And that's it.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, it's like the whole like status thing, like making yourself higher status than you really are. I don't like I have no interest in Coachella. It sounds horrible being out in the hot desert and getting all sweaty and nasty.
Trying to upkeep this pretend high-class image is making influencers poor, and times are changing. Apparently it's not in to show off your wealth anymore. Wearing too many flashy logos plastered all over yourself is tacky, like you're trying too hard to convince people you have money. Quiet luxury is the new thing that's in right now, where your plain white t-shirts cost $300, and each ha in your laugh has its own stock portfolio. Those are the actual millionaires, as seen on shows like Succession.
Why? Because she's brought a ludicrously capacious bag. What's even in there? Huh? Flat shoes from Subway or lunch pail?
If you see me at the club with my Hermes Birkin bag, just know I have a cup of Shin Ramyun in there and my Nintendo Switch. If you haven't seen something in person with your own two eyeballs, approach everything you see behind a screen with a "who's trying to scam me today" attitude. Don't let these unattainable standards make you feel bad about your life. You're doing just fine. The only one still falling for Nigerian Prince phone scams is the YouTube algorithm. Feed it some omega-3.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, young people are gonna fall for these scams of people living these luxurious lifestyles, and they're gonna be mentally affected in a bad way. So, but I think a lot of this has to do with parents. Like, parents, what are you doing? Like, parent your kids. But I guess people don't know how to parent either. So, but yeah, I don't know. That was mildly interesting. But I kind of already knew a lot of that. Like, that's kind of how a lot of influencers do things. There's these fake gurus out there. There's influencers who want people to think that all this great stuff is going on, and they have all these nice products and stuff, and it just has always been like that, I guess, and it probably always will be. So that's all. See you guys on the next one, and like, share, and subscribe. Next time I'm gonna wear my Gucci.